Chosen one, this is not merely another message scrolling across your screen. This is a decree, a declaration, a line drawn in the invisible sand between who you have been and who you are becoming. You did not arrive here by accident, and these words did not find you randomly. There are no coincidences at this level of awakening. There is alignment. There is orchestration. There is a precise unfolding happening behind the scenes of your life. The universe itself seems to be rearranging circumstances in your favor, shifting timelines, repositioning people, and rewriting destinies in real time. What once felt delayed is now being recalibrated. What once looked like denial is now revealing itself as divine timing. Your name, though you may not see it yet in headlines or on company buildings, is already carved into the golden book of success. Not because of luck, not because of privilege, but because of inevitability. Greatness has always had your coordinates. The path may have twisted, but the destination never changed. There is an energy surrounding you now, a certainty that feels different from hope. It feels anchored. It feels sealed. You are not chasing wealth. Wealth is responding to the call of your becoming. The decree has been spoken in realms you cannot yet see. The contract is signed in places beyond logic. Your rise is not a question mark. It is a countdown. This is the moment you stop wondering if you are meant for more and begin accepting that more was always meant for you. Billionaire is not just a financial label. It is a frequency. And that frequency has begun to harmonize with your spirit. The universe is aligning not to test you, but to present you. Destinies are shifting because you have shifted. And what is written over your life cannot be erased. Long before anyone spoke success over your life, before you understood business models or investment strategies, there was a quiet whisper inside you, a subtle awareness that you were not built for ordinary outcomes. You may not have had proof, but you had knowing, a deep, soul-level recognition that your life would stretch beyond average expectations. While others felt comfortable blending in, something in you resisted invisibility. Not from arrogance, but from awareness. You always sensed that wealth was not merely money. It was influence, impact, and legacy. Even in seasons of limitation, your imagination refused to shrink. You saw yourself building, leading, shaping realities. And that difference sometimes felt isolating. You questioned why you could not settle for less. Why small dreams felt suffocating. Why mediocrity felt like betrayal. It is because your spirit recognized an assignment your mind had not yet decoded. There were moments when self-doubt tried to silence that whisper. When setbacks attempted to convince you that you were no different after all. But now something is changing. The whisper is becoming a roar. The inner hesitation is being replaced by recognition. You are not separate from your destiny. You are awakening to it. The feeling of being set apart was never a burden. It was a preview. You were not designed to merely survive systems. You were designed to influence them. That quiet sense of extraordinary destiny was not fantasy. It was memory, a remembrance of who you agreed to become. And now, as clarity replaces confusion, you begin to see that your difference was never random. It was intentional. It was divine assignment waiting for activation. Transformation requires participation. It requires conscious agreement. That is why commitment matters. If you have read this far, it is not passive curiosity, it is resonance. Stay until the end, because completion signals readiness. When you commit your attention fully, you signal to yourself that this shift is not entertainment, it is initiation. The number 77 symbolizes alignment, spiritual authority, and mastery of inner and outer worlds. When you comment 77, you are not typing digits, you are declaring alignment. Symbols carry energy.
Public déclaration solidifie intention.
Writing your desires, your financial goals, your business visions, your impact statements releases them from imagination into motion. It transforms them from thought into intention. Engagement is energetic agreement. When you speak wealth, when you affirm abundance, when you declare your readiness, you train your subconscious to align with that identity. You are not begging for prosperity. You are accepting your frequency match. Wealth consciousness is not arrogance. It is ownership. It is recognizing that you can desire expansion without apology. By declaring openly that you are stepping into billionaire consciousness, you dissolve hidden resistance. You move from wishing into claiming. The ritual is simple but powerful. Stay present, declare alignment, write your vision, engage boldly. This is not superstition. It is psychological anchoring. You are reprogramming identity, and identity is the foundation of destiny. If your path felt harder than most, it is because your capacity needed strengthening. The trials you endured were not random punishments. They were refining fires. Situations that would have broken others somehow shaped you. Disappointments carved resilience. Betrayals sharpened discernment. Financial struggles built resourcefulness. Heavy crowns require strong minds. Influence demands emotional maturity. Wealth without stability collapses. So you were trained. Every setback was a sharpening tool. Every delay forced patience. Every failure refined strategy. The pain was not pointless. It was preparation. Power without character is dangerous. So character was forged first. You learned how to endure, how to rebuild, how to stand when outcomes did not match expectations. That endurance is now an asset. Because when opportunities expand rapidly, stability will be required. Emotional capacity determines financial capacity. The world will not trust resources to someone who cannot handle pressure. You were tested because you are trusted with more. The refining fire did not consume you. It clarified you. It burned away insecurity, dependency, and illusion. What remains is strength. What remains is perspective. And what remains is readiness. The crown was always yours, but now your mind is strong enough to carry its weight. True billionaire status is not measured only in currency. It is measured in contribution. Money is a tool. Legacy is the mission. Wealth amplifies who you are. It allows you to build institutions, create opportunities, and shift generational trajectories. Impact over income. Influence over applause. The real measure of success is what remains when you are no longer physically present. What systems did you build? What doors did you open? What lives changed because you existed? Generational wealth is not only financial inheritance, it is mindset inheritance. It is teaching expansion instead of limitation. Responsibility accompanies abundance. To hold wealth is to steward it wisely. To understand that resources can either circulate and uplift or stagnate and diminish. You are being prepared not just to receive, but to manage, to multiply, to protect. Legacy is the echo of your life. And you are not here for a temporary echo. You are here to build something that outlives you. That is billionaire consciousness at its highest level. Notice the subtle changes. Doubters becoming curious. Critics becoming observers. Opportunities that once closed now redirecting you toward better alignments. What you thought you lost is revealing itself as protection. What seemed delayed is emerging refined. Dormant ideas are resurfacing with clarity. Conversations are shifting tone. Momentum feels different. There is acceleration in the air. Small wins are compounding. Patterns are breaking. Breakthrough is no longer invisible. It is approaching visibility. This shift is not loud, but it is undeniable. And you can feel it. Money responds to certainty. When you chase it from fear, it retreats. When you align with value, it flows. Attraction replaces pursuit. Confidence replaces desperation. Your mindset becomes the magnet. Obstacles become stepping stones instead of stop signs. Financial flow appears in unexpected channels: partnerships, ideas, investments, referrals. When identity upgrades, income follows. You are not convincing money to arrive. You are becoming the person it naturally aligns with. Elite thinking is expansive, long-term, strategic. It moves from emotional certainty rather than reactive doubt. You embody wealth before you see it. You act as a steward before you possess the assets. The shift from seeker to inheritor changes posture. Confidence replaces hesitation. Decision-making becomes decisive. Vision becomes clear. You do not wait for permission. You operate from ownership. Many billionaires began without privilege. They faced rejection, ridicule, resistance. What separated them was certainty. They refused mediocrity. They mirrored belief even before results appeared. Certainty was their secret weapon. And that same mindset is available to you. Study their resilience, not just their revenue. Adopt their perspective, not just their strategies. The blueprint is belief executed consistently. Financial freedom is not fantasy. It is alignment. Partnerships, deals, and investments flow toward clarity. Abundance behaves like a river when the channel is open. Prosperity and faith are not opposites. They integrate. Expansion reflects trust. You claim freedom not through force, but through alignment. Giving is not loss, it is planting. Circulation sustains flow. When you bless others, you expand capacity. Contribution multiplies prosperity. Scarcity hoards. Abundance circulates. Your generosity will become part of your strategy. You will stand among the top 1% not as an outsider, but as a contributor. Businesses, assets, investments, these become tools of influence. You will walk into powerful rooms and be heard, because preparation meets positioning. You belong in spaces where decisions shape industries. Before manifestation, there is alignment. Before visibility, there is belief. Your empire is forming in unseen decisions. Daily discipline. Quiet conviction. Reality bends toward sustained identity. Trust the process you cannot yet measure. Receiving money is one skill. Keeping and multiplying it is another. Emotional intelligence with wealth prevents sabotage. Strategy ensures sustainability. Think long-term. Build generational blueprints. Expand capacity continuously. Mastery protects multiplication. Timelines feel faster. Opportunities appear rapidly. Mentors and investors emerge unexpectedly. Intuition sharpens. Momentum compounds. What once took years may now take months. Alignment accelerates progress. You are entering a season of visible expansion. You are no longer hoping, you are expecting. You shift from worker to creator. From chasing to commanding. From average to elite. Identity drives income. And your identity has expanded. You embody the billionaire archetype before the world labels it. Your rise is unstoppable. Wealth is inevitable. Your name is already being spoken in rooms you have not entered yet. The blueprint of your empire is written. This is not the peak. It is the beginning. Prepare for something greater than you imagined.